Oh, hello everyone. I am really excited to be filming this video because it is my book haul from the Wild and Windy book signing that I just got back from like 2 days ago. And now it was such a fun signing. I love how I was like, oh no, I did so good. I didn't get that many books that I normally do. I literally have a whole like 2 stacks worth of books here. I don't know who I thought I was thinking I got like no books. I got a lot of books. Some of these books I pre-ordered, some of them are signing exclusives. I only brought like actually 3 books from my home collection to get signed. I feel like most of this is like signing exclusives and stuff. And there's really fun stuff in here. So if you would like to see my haul from the Wild and Windy book signing that was in Chicago, then stick around. I kind of want to be somewhat speedy because I had to turn off one of my fans, but understand it is so hot and I already am sweating, and we will get through this together, like we will, but it's just understand it's a little steamy in here. I literally rolled my book cart like right next to me. So what do we have on top? Okay, first up I have my signing exclusive editions that I ordered from the Last Chapter bookshop. I am a sucker for a illustrated cover. It's funny, all 3 of these books have beautiful illustrated covers. I have only read one of the 3 books here, but I am well aware of the other books. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me just get all of them. And also, funny enough, all 3 of these authors were obviously at the signing, and I didn't get these editions signed by them because I am very lazy. But first up, I had to get this really beautiful edition of Push and Pull by Nyla Kay. This is the book Push and Pull Together, so it's a duet. I'm so annoyed because I remember the dynamic from this book where like I think it's like a girl and her boyfriend, but then someone's stepdad or something like that. Like I don't know if that's what it is, or unless it's like a girl, her boyfriend, and like again like a stepbrother. I don't know. I can't remember, but it's something like that. It's Nyla Kay. She writes forbidden taboo romances. I love forbidden taboo romances. This duet is coming to audio soon, and I'm very excited to listen because again, sounds right up my alley. And I mean, this cover is so hot, and I love the pink, so obviously I had to get this. Then for the book that I actually did read, I love this book. I love this author so, so much. We have Rewrite Our Story by Kat Singleton. I mean, look at the illustrated cover. Look at them. Oh my god, it's so gorgeous. I love the blue. I love all of the flowers. This is just absolutely stunning. This is a cowboy romance first book in Kat's small town romance series. I feel like if you like cowboy romance, you'll love this book. Part of it takes place in the past. Some of it, you know, is in the present. It's one of those stories that goes back and forth. It's like a second chance, friends to lovers. I believe it's like best friend's brother, and it was just very, very good. I also loved the second book in the series, Tempt Our Fate, as well. And again, Kat is one of my favorite people. I have an interview with her on my page. She's really, really lovely and fun and just the chillest ever. And I love her, and this edition is stunning. And finally, for the hockey girls, another blue book. But this one, I've obviously heard of this book because I know it's very, very popular. We have Iced Out by Veronica Eden. I actually don't know what this one is. Is this one like they text? I don't even ask me. Actually, this one, don't ask me what it's about. It's clearly a hockey romance, and I know people like it, and that's that, okay? Again, it's illustrated, it's cute, so I got it. And if I end up reading the book and not liking it, then I'll rehome this edition. But again, I'm a snob for special editions, so I had to get this. And speaking of special editions, I'm a little sad because I actually didn't get the exact one that I wanted from this author, but I did get 3 books from her, and this is the first time I interacted with this author. I haven't read her before. It was one of the situations where I went to a signing, saw an author who was kind of, you know, on my radar, like I knew who she was, and I saw her books, and I said, that is the most me aesthetic, and that is Miss Coralie June. Let me tell you, this woman, her table, you would have thought it was me. It was all pink. Her editions were all so pretty. Honestly, I could have gotten more of them. They were stunning, but I decided to get this trio of hardcovers. So the books are Malice, Wrath, and what is this one called? Grudge. Like, how freaking cute are they? As you can see, they're like quick reads. I believe this is a Mafia series. I don't know if it's a Why Choose Mafia series, but I do know that these are Mafia books. And honestly, how refreshing to see Mafia special editions that are like girly and pink and just like also like dark at the same time. Like, I'm obsessed with this like bubblegum goth aesthetic. It really, really speaks to my soul. She was really lovely. I was telling her, I was like, your table, like you just would have thought this was my vibe. She had a speaker. She was playing like Taylor Swift and like pop music. She is also the author of a cowboy romance that's called The Harder They Ride, and she had a really gorgeous pink with like gold edges edition that was there, but she sold out by the time I got to her, so I'm sad I couldn't get that. That was supposed to be a series, but she just ended up writing it as a standalone, which is fine. I'll get to it eventually because, you know, it's a cowboy romance and I love a dark cowboy romance, but I have these for now and I definitely want to check her out. She's for sure a new to me author that's very high up on my TBR. She was very lovely, very nice, and again, these editions are sick as fuck. Let's go back to Kat Singleton real quick. I did get her signing exclusives of Black Ties and White Lies and Pretty Rings and Broken Things. These are books in her Billionaire Romance series. I love this series. I love these editions. They're so sick with like the black and white and like the details. They're just really cute. And again, obviously signing exclusives. So of course I had to pick these up. I had to get a trad pub version of Highest Bidder by Sarah Kate to get signed at the signing because Sarah Kate is one of my all-time favorite authors. This is one of my all-time favorite books. This is a very forbidden, very heavy age gap romance book. It's in her Salacious Players Club series, my personal favorite book in the series. I just love Daddy Ronan so much. Like that is my man. He's one of my favorite book boyfriends ever. This book is like a dream book for me and I just love it. And again, Sarah is one of my favorite people, so it was really good to see her again. For more signing exclusives, I did pre-order from Lilith Vincent her two signing exclusives for Brutal Intentions and Brutal Conquest. These are her like forbidden taboo mafia books. I read Brutal Intentions. I loved it. This book is definitely like taboo. There's a lot of stuff that happens in here, but it was really hot. Like, I really like this book and I can't wait to get to Brutal Conquest. She's really nice. I've met her at multiple signings, but this is the first time that I actually had books for her to get signed, and these are really pretty. I love the flowers on the cover, so if you like mafia books, a little bit more on the taboo side, you know, heavier age gaps and stuff, definitely check out Lilith and her books. She's really lovely, and again, I really loved these editions. Quickly, Nikki Sloan, who's an author who I love very much, was giving out a free paperback for 3 Simple Rules, which is a series. Well, this is a standalone, but it's a book by her that I haven't read yet. I think this book has to do with like an adult club. I think so, yeah, which honestly is like right up my alley. But I did want to get this because I do love Nikki and I do collect a lot of her books. Again, I haven't read this book yet, but I'm very, very excited to get to it down the road. Again, one of the series from Nikki that I haven't gotten to yet. And if you remember from my Sweetgrass video, I actually had someone in line go get an Elizabeth Tom Ford book signed for me, but this time I was able to get on the line and spend a little bit more time with Liz and her team and her assistants who I loved. And I did get books signed from, as I call her, Miss Elizabethan Tom Ford. Love Liz. She's so effing sweet and wonderful and I adore her. And I first had to get, I was so excited that they had this, The Right Move signing exclusive edition. This is her signing exclusive for now, but it will be available on her website down the road. And I got this at her table, and then it also came with this little swag pack of like art of Ryan and Indy, and this is one of my favorite romance books of all time. I know all the girlies love this book and we hype it up, but for good reason. It's so effing good. It's a fake dating sports romance. I definitely want to like re-listen on audio because it's just, ooh, it's too good, and I love this edition. It's gorgeous with the flowers. And then actually, funny story about this paperback. So Liz and I have been mutually connected on social media for a while since I read Mile High, and there was a point like 2 years ago, over a year and a half ago, I don't know the timeline, but basically when I was like very depressed at my old job. Well, actually really it would have been like 2 years ago almost, but basically I, you know, posted on my TikTok forever ago when I was going through depression, and it was the first time I ever experienced depression in my life. I was at my old job that I hated, that just made me absolutely miserable, and I took a little break from social media for like a couple weeks, and Liz bought this book off my wish list. She saw I had Mile High on my Amazon wish list, and she bought this book for me, and this copy is a unicorn Frankenstein copy because it's so funny, the first couple pages are upside down, but then as soon as you get to the pages with the text, it's right side up. And she knew this when I got it, and she was like, oh my God, Kelly, like, do you want to send it back? Like, I'll send you like a new one. I'll get you a new one. And I was like, no, I like my Frankenstein copy. So she remembered that she got me this, and I was like, oh my God, thank you. And she also signed it upside down. She's like, you want me to sign it upside down? I was like, yeah. So it is technically upside down, but I love that. I love that for my very special Mile High, and this is a very special book because, again, gifted by Liz, and I finally got it signed by Miss Liz. Moving right along for another book that was actually gifted to me by someone who I also have an interview with on my page, by the way, Miss Amy Dawes. Please don't get me started on Miss Amy Dawes, I'll tell you. I love this woman so much. She is someone who I love talking to. I talked with her a lot at this signing, like at Chicago, you know, after hours and stuff. She is so wonderful. I could talk to Amy forever. She's a star, and she decided to surprise me and gifted me this at the end of the signing. She had some extras that was so nice of her. This signing exclusive version of Blindsided, which is a book that I love very much. It's a great Scottish and English girl soccer romance. I was like, what sport is it? It's soccer. This edition is just so stunning. The girl is like a seamstress. She's like a designer, so she makes like dresses. So look at the detail on the inside. Look at the detail on there. I love the detail on this. It's just really, really gorgeous, and it's so, so stunning. So thank you again, Amy, for gifting me this gorgeous, gorgeous edition. I love you so much. It's really, it's truly so beautiful. I love the color scheme, and thank you, Amy, for this. It's gorgeous. Last two people who I'm going to talk about are also two of my favorite people. I call this one woman my mother. This is my mom, and she now knows that she is mommy, and that is Pam Godwin, my Pammy. Oh my God, I totally forgot that she was going to be there. So I was like, oh shit, I hope that she has a book that I can buy. And I've been trying to get my hands on a regular edition of Dark Notes for so long, because when I saw her at Book Bonanza, she was sold out. But this time she had the hardcover. I think she had both options, but I decided to go for the hardcover because I love her hardcovers. So I got the original cover of Dark Notes, and I love this book. It's a taboo, forbidden age gap. Very, very taboo. Very intense. This book, again, is quite dark, deals with heavy topics. It's about a piano teacher and his student, but this book is really just, it's so well done. It's delicious. I love this book, but I was so happy to get this signed. And then Pam is someone who I also got to spend a lot of time with and talk with her after the signings. We were literally giving each other book recommendations. She is such a star. She is an author who I look up to very, very much because her writing is so next level, and she's the chillest, most beautiful person like in the world, and I just love her. In my mind, we're related just because we're both little redheads, but her hair color is also gorgeous. She has the best hair in the world. It was so wonderful seeing her, chatting with her. Again, she's one of my favorite people, my Pammy. I really, really love her. So I'm very happy to have this book in my collection. And then finally, you should know who it is. You should know who we're gonna end on. We're gonna end on Gianna Darling. Now, first up, I wanted this so badly, and Gianna so kindly gifted this to me at the signing, but it is the poster that she sells for Serpentine Valentine, and it's so gorgeous with this comic book style. I am obsessed with like vintage art. I love comic art. Actually, this kind of art style is very like inspiring for a project that I'm working on, and I just love this book. I love sapphic romance, and this book is sensational, and I love this poster, and I'm literally going to frame it, and it's going to hang up on my wall, and you will see that I'm serious to hang this up, and I love it. So thank you, Gianna, for gifting me this. That was really so sweet. And then slowly but surely, I am making my way through the collection of the Fallen Men leather-bound signing exclusives. I now have 3 of them. I'm gonna have to order the rest for Love in Vegas before I can't get my hands on them anymore. But because they're such like heavy books, I always just want to like, you know, like I want to limit myself because I'm like, oh, how can I carry all these books back with me, you know, traveling with them back on the plane. So I got 2 this time, and that was for Lessons in Corruption, and Dead Man Walking. Dead Man Walking is my second favorite book in the Fallen Men series, next to Welcome to the Dark Side. Actually, this month, the month of May, I am doing a Fallen Men series reread, so you will hear all about that in my May wrap up. But I did have to get this because I do love Priest and Bia so much. I love this fucking book. And then I do love Lessons in Corruption. I also like how this book is a little bit skinnier. And I had to get this. I love King and Cressida. I have such a special attachment to this book because it's the first book in the series, and it's the book that made me, you know, fall in love with Gianna and her writing. For the books that I brought from home, again, slowly but surely getting my Fallen Men mail cover paperbacks signed. Now I think I'm only missing like After the Fall and Inked in Lies from my collection are the only ones that I don't have signed. So I brought my Lessons in Corruption and my Good Gone Bad from home to get signed. Good Gone Bad, let me tell you something about this book. Listen, again, not to spoil my reread, but this book really, I was reminded how good this book is. This book is so good. This is Danner and Harley Rose, and I'm a Harley Rose stan, okay? If you don't know what this series is, Fallen Men series, Motorcycle Club series by Gianna Darling. They are the most entertaining books I feel like you will ever read in your life. Also, the audiobooks are Chef's Kiss, sensational. So if you need new audiobooks to binge, check these out. So that was everything that I got. And you know what? It wasn't that bad. It could have been longer. I really am happy with everything that I got. I love like my signing exclusives. It was so nice again to catch up with my favorite authors, hang out with them for a bit, see all of my friends. That's my favorite part about book signings, as I say this every time, is just hanging out with everyone. I love being around all my internet friends in real life. So the next book signing that I will be at is Book Bonanza in June, which is crazy because I know it'll literally fly by. June is a very busy month for me personally, so I will see you guys, you know, for the Book Bonanza haul. But that was all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, all of that if you enjoyed this video. Also, all of my links to follow me on socials are down below, like my TikTok, Instagram, Goodreads, all of that fun stuff. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!